Fine. All right, here we are in
Shoot.
the first
Sorry.
week. We finished a week without refined sugar. How is everybody doing? I know it was such a scary concept, but well, I mean, for some of you, what? Who wants to start? Who wants to share their experience this week and how any ups or downs, or how also were you feeling? Did you notice? Were you feeling really great, or were you maybe feeling cranky sometimes? Or I'm just curious how everybody's week went. Andy, you sign down first. Let's talk to you.
Okay. I actually did okay. I had a one moment where I was like, man, I just really want some chocolate. So I started chugging water like you wouldn't believe, and eventually got full. Still kind of wanted something sweet, but just kept trying to put it aside. And I kept trying to figure out why. And I think it was like the late night munchies like I was used to, because it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. And I was just kind of like, that's if I, was ever like, snacky, I'd go get a little something. So I think that was part of it. And then maybe just overall missing it. But that was the one time where I really felt like, oh, I could really use something. Otherwise, I think the hardest part was just going grocery shopping. And I took my son with me, and like literally I went to Sprouts, which is a local health food store down in San Diego County. And even there, like everything, I was reading every label and putting things back because there was sugar here and sugar there. And it might not even be a lot. It might be just a trace of sugar. But I just really stuck to, if anywhere in the ingredients it said sugar or any of the whatever other names it could have, which I actually printed into like a small little printout and stuck in my wallet because I knew I wouldn't remember everything. And if I saw an ingredient I didn't recognize, I'd like look at my list and be like, I don't know if that's a sugar or not. The shopping took like 2 hours because I was just like looking at every little thing. And I think that was just like the hardest part, was that sugar is literally everywhere. I mean, we're talking like organic, marinara sauce. Well, guess what? It's got sugar in it, even if it's organic. And I'm like, oh. So I think that was the hardest part.
Organic veggies.
Yeah, just where you're yeah, you think that you're eating well because it's organic and you're hoping that it's made fresh and made whatever. But yeah, the vegetables are organic and how it's processed might be organic, but they're still adding the sugar to it.
Yeah.
So
you're just starting to do this, so pretty soon it's just going to be go-to and easy. Like, this brand at this store carries it, or you can, go even. If you like tomatoes and like to do tomato sauces at the farmer's market, they often have ones that are slightly damaged or overripe that they sell for a lot cheaper, and you can just go boil them and make your own sauce. And you can spice up and make better than the store-bought. You'll just start learning little hacks and little secrets, and talking to your butcher, and or you have like a what's that big store, Sam's Club, or not Sam's Club, the other one, Costco. They have a lot of organic stuff. Andrea knows they have a huge amount of organic vegetables and stuff, so you could go stock up also. And if you have to freeze, I know you have to go kind of far to get your stuff.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to start doing, is finding the homemade recipes and then just making big batches and freezing, and just working it that way and seeing. I don't mind cooking. I just don't know. Like, I can follow a recipe, no problem, but I can't make it up. So once I can get like the steps of what to do, then I'm all for, let's whip up a batch of spaghetti sauce and freeze part of it and use part of it and use it for this and use it for that kind of a thing. How can I tweak it to this? And so, but yeah, it was just amazing how much sugar, just like, because of course, just like, well, we can't go down the sweet aisle. And I'm like, no, but we can't really go down many aisles.
Any aisle.
So.
If you want to like make anything specific, also you can always just Google it and switch it up a little bit too. Like if you like spaghetti sauce, certain veggies in it, or you don't like certain veggies, you can add it, take away, or different protein sources, you know, just to get a basic recipe. You can always Google it for anything in the world you can think of, and then just kind of, you know, add it to your own taste.
Yeah,
Um,
I made
you,
a. Go
you
ahead.
look in, did you find the recipes that were online?
I
I,
didn't. I meant to look at it today because I really that's like my weakness is. So I really wanted to, but I was on call today, so I didn't get a chance to. But I'm definitely going to look at all those recipes. I actually have a Pinterest board on my Pinterest page that I'm trying to find out all the sugar-free. Either a lot of times it's like paleo or Whole30 or whatever, but I can see that the recipes would fit in with the same idea. So
yeah, definitely. Or even in the crock pot too, you can throw in whatever veggies you like, whatever meat you like, or protein, even just the veggies, and just throw in some broth and let it go, and it'll just turn into a soup.
yeah,
You don't have to do like the sauteing like I do. I just like my kale really cooked down, and I'm really into kale for that soup, for that particular one.
right.
Anyway, I'm not a very good recipe writer because I don't know what the terms are or really how long you cook it. I just do it till I
So it
see
looks good.
So
Yeah.
I need to get better with that, and I really need to have Morgan help me because she has the best recipes, definitely. And then tonight, Andy, just asked Rich. I'm like, I need to get your beef jerky because people want that. That's a great snack that you can take with you for a go-to quick protein pick me up. So I promise I will get that to you guys.
That would actually be really good for me, like when I'm on call. Like today I was out by the time I got home, it was almost 5.5 hours. And you can't really eat anything, but you can go back to your car and get paperwork for them. And I thought, oh, I wish I had like a little something that I could, like I grabbed a few sips of water while I was out there, but jerky would actually be something really good because I wouldn't have to worry about it going bad in the car per se.
Is there are all bacons and stuff, do they all have sugar as well?
Almost
Most
every time someone at Nugget last night.
Almost all of them
bacon?
do. Probably if you go to a butcher or something, and specifically ask for it. It is
Because
kind of a processed food, so like you can eat it, but don't like go overboard on it.
Boar's Head Boar's Head is a popular company, and they have a paleo one. There is no sugar in it.
Oh, okay. Well, see, the thing I was going to suggest, Andy, sometimes, I mean, before I realized there was sugar in my turkey bacon, I would just make a bunch of pieces and throw them in the fridge, I just leave them in the pan and cruise by the pan every now and again. And it's kind of what I remember as being like beef, like jerky,
Yeah.
because I don't eat jerky, but I do eat turkey jerky, but there's a lot of sugar in that too. Anyway, that was like a cheapy way to just have a little Ziploc of bacon.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
So if you can find some that doesn't have it.
Yeah, but you can do like the jerky's great though because it lasts a long time, and you can have it just a bag in your car or something, or at your desk or whatever. You're great because that is the best thing. You don't ever want to get hungry because if you do, then you're going to start making bad choices. And so always having good healthy snacks or just grazing throughout the day. You don't have to have 3 meals a day. You can graze through the day. You can eat as much as you want. That's what WildFit is all about. Never ever going hungry. Another cool thing is the zucchini. So if you like spaghetti and you make your own sauce, I have this funky little thing that you just they have better ones, but I just have a hand twist one, a couple dollars, and it makes like noodles out of zucchini.
I was just talking to Iris about that today. She's like, Mom, just do it with a grater.
I like
Yeah.
the noodles because I just like that texture if I'm
Totally.
noodles. And if your taste buds have already changed so much, so it's a fun, different texture, fun thing.
Boil,
Like you're eating noodles.
do you boil it like pasta?
No, it's you just barely blank. If it's so little, Sandy, it's the zucchini. So you're just gonna maybe just zap it, or you could saute it or whatever.
I just steam it, or you
Yeah,
can even do it raw because it is like noodles. It's like
it's gonna,
long
but
noodles.
it's gonna
But
cook really fast.
the sauce from the marinara sauce that you put on it cooks it. So it's like
Yeah, I do.
but you can steam it too a little bit if you want.
Yeah, I have the actual spiralizer one where you've got the contraption and then you stick your thing in it and you roll it out. And
Those are
I do it
fancy.
raw. Yeah, I do it raw because I like it raw, and then whatever sauce
Cool.
is on it warms it up. So
Oh, is it called a spiralizer?
I want to say it is, or otherwise I just made it up. But yeah,
Like
I have the apple one of those, but I just do the zucchini. Yeah, you could even do it, toss it with a little bit of garlic and olive oil, and it just feels like you're eating noodles just to get that.
And you could put meatballs and
Exactly.
sauteed mushrooms and garlic and
Yeah,
whatever. Just do it like you do up your, you know,
it's like
and
a
then
hot, hearty meal. You feel all
yeah.
satiated when you're done.
Shh.
So, everybody, you chefs out there, Andrea, you are an awesome chef. Give us some ideas on there. I'm super sorry because I've been busy, and then we were trying to get them packed, and they left, and going back and forth. But I really am going to sit down and write some recipes and try to make them look like real recipes.
Well, also, think about what you want to eat. Like, let's just say, the other day, I'm like, I had a bag of lentils, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna, I would like to make a coconut curry lentils in the crock pot because I don't want to hang out in the kitchen. So I just want to throw it in. So I Googled curried lentils in the crock pot, and there was some recipes for it. So just feel, and then you can just tweak things out, or you know what I mean. Then you have the foundation right there. But if it's, I just think about what I want to eat, and then get the basic thing, and play with it. That's how I roll.
That's kind of what I do too. Is just different ideas
Right.
from online.
But if I come up with something that I probably have something, I just can't, it's on the top of my head, but I will definitely write it down and put it on Facebook for you guys. I'm just a really lazy typer. I just don't feel like it. I will put it off. So what I think I'll do is just write the recipe and then take a picture of it and
Perfect.
post it on there.
That's perfect.
So,
Or
Anna is a fabulous cook.
she is. Do a little video.
oh,
Andrea, you can do the little.
I think my dogs are going berserk. See, these are my dogs. Yeah, I think someone might be at the door. Excuse me, you guys. I'm gonna
So,
wait for a second.
Andy, let's go back to you, Andy. How have you been feeling emotional?
how have I been feeling emotionally?
Like emotional wise, or have you been feeling good, or have you been going up and down with maybe getting headaches, being tired or crazy, or extra happy, or notice anything about your
No one's there. Simmer down.
I haven't felt like anything like totally crazy out of the ordinary. There's the one day where I seem to be really tired, and then like you said in Facebook, a lot of stuff's going on with our bodies. Like my bowel movements are like, wow. So there's a lot of stuff going on that maybe I'm not as aware of physically that could be making me tired. But I haven't noticed any emotional roller coasters. I think one day I had a headache in the morning. I do remember that. I forget which day it was, but I do remember waking up one morning with a headache. But nothing that seemed like completely, like that was just really, obviously wasn't enough for me to dwell upon. So whatever happened this past week was easy enough to just brush on past and not even really remember it, I guess.
good. That's good. And yeah, you're having tons of release. That's
Yes.
all of you should probably be feeling that and seeing that. It's a great thing. It's awesome. It's sometimes hard at times, but we're getting through it, and I think it feels good to flush everything out. Just eliminating all those toxins. And then are you guys noticing more? It sounds like everybody's really noticing how much sugar is in literally everything. Are you noticing how is it kind of getting into your head how we're addicted to sugar and why we're addicted to sugar and why it's so hard to get off of it, and it's in everything and it's in all the advertising, and we're like it's like we're the junkies and there are pushers and they've got us. So that's good, just to have it in your head and realizing it, always be noticing it. That's great. Anything else you want to share about how your week went, or?
Not really. I mean, it went a lot smoother than I thought it was going to. I mean, I knew it would. I said I thought it was going to be unsurmountable, but you know, I thought there'd be more of a struggle, and there really wasn't. I think it was because I had so much fruit and then so much alkalizer, so the sweetness was taken care of, and then I was so full for so long, and like I said, there was just that one night where I was like, I could really use something, and just because I was kind of like an old habit, but nothing was like really. I guess nothing was. Yeah, it was easy. It was easy.
That's what's so brilliant about this program is, you know, most programs you come in and they're like, you're coming off this and you're off this and you're off this, and you know, a small percentage of the people will stay on it for a while out of sheer willpower, but a lot of people just give up and be like, no way I'm gonna look at that. This slowly prepares you mentally and physically. I'm trying to mute myself to see if that's me. And it just yeah, we're coming off of a lot of things. It's set up in a way that's actually pretty easy compared to most other programs. So, is anybody having really severe withdrawals?
I am, I think.
You are?
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Let's move to Corey. Everybody check their I'm gonna turn mine off again really quick.
Yeah, I keep muting and unmuting. So is it me?
Everyone try muting their really quick and see. Okay.
Oh, is it me?
Nope.
I just unmuted. Should I mute again? Because it came back when I unmuted.
Yeah, for 1 second.
Okay.
No.
I think it's Justine's cat.
Oh, maybe.
Really?
No.
Oh, she's back.
Yes. Say hi to everyone.
Okay, Corey, let's try it.
All right. So, I have been feeling. It's funny because I have not been wanting any sugar. I definitely. That's not the hard thing, except the first day. But I've been nauseated all week. And I don't know, I don't know. I started feeling better, Melanie, when you said you might be detoxing. Then I was like, okay, I'm not dying of cancer. Okay. So like, because I tend to get a little worried about that kind of stuff. So, but I've been dizzy and I've been like headachy and a little bit grumpy in the evenings. But you know what, you guys, this was my first week back to work. Like I was off all last week. So I have been being back in the classroom after not being in the classroom for a week, and also just after there's those shootings in Florida, and there's so much back and forth right now, and like about guns and this and that, and it's like really everything's been really hectic. So maybe that's just making me spin a little bit, and then I get home and I'm like kind of not feeling well, maybe. So, but I'm thinking it's probably detoxing in some way, because like I said on Facebook the other day, I ate a lot more sugar than I realized. I did not realize how much sugar I was actually eating until I started this. So, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Mel, you're muted.
Sorry, I'm just talking away.
I'm all
myself hoping that the static would go off, but it's still coming and going. Definitely. Does somebody have a shh going on?
Yes, I can hear it.
There, it's gone. Okay. So
It's back.
I'm sorry, you guys.
No,
I'm just
it's
gonna
okay.
talk. So
Just ignore it.
a huge. I'm sure detox is a big part of it, and like the reason why I was asking how everybody's feeling is because there's so many people that are at different ranges. At this point, some people are feeling absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I'm not.
They have tons of energy. They're waking up on their own in the morning and like, let's go, you know?
No.
Some people are going through more detox and are feeling headaches or having, you know, little rashes or itchy skin or different symptoms that maybe, you know, things are, some people sometimes even have constipation even though they're having all the fruits and or aren't, you know. Another big factor, Corey, is the stress. And I don't think people give stress enough credit for how damaging it is.
Yeah.
It is, and I think one of the huge reasons why I had my heart attack was a majority of it was stress. And I'm not joking about that at all.
Yeah, I know.
So for a long time, I was super active on Facebook, and I was like, you know, screw all this injustice. I'm going to fight it, and I'm going to be vocal, and I'm going to fight it. And it literally almost killed me. And I backed off, and I got away, and I was like, always wanted to do the right thing and fight for the right cause. And the amount of stress, I mean, it was.
No, you're right. Yeah.
So I went off Facebook for several years. I mean, and I was the type of person too that took on other people's things always. I internalized it. I didn't know how to.
Yeah, I'm like that too.
Hold it at a distance. And if going on Facebook is stressing you out or reading politics or getting into it, maybe for now, at least for this program, just
you're right.
Bring your world in and take care of Corey and let all that stuff go right now, because you're not going to solve anything if you're not strong right now.
No, you're right. You're right.
You have to take care of Corey right now.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
So let all that go and don't read people's comments. Don't even make comments. Don't even get into it. Just, and don't live in fear. Don't go to school thinking, you know, you're going to, I know it's scary world out there, but can't live in fear. You have to just.
Yeah. It's not even so much that. It's just been a hectic middle school 12 and 13-year-old. I have, you know, it's, I'm not trying to say, oh, my job is so much more stressful than anybody else's, because that's not what I'm trying to say. But it's just been a big week because I had a lot to get caught up on after being gone for a week. And so then having to plan I was sick for a week. Then I was back for a week. Then I was out another week with my mom. So it was like I felt like a loser going back to work on Monday because of the fact that that I had missed so much, and so my classes were just off the hook. And you know, you've got 32 little wannabe gangsters in there, and they're like, well, you know, And so I've just been trying to reestablish my, I've just been reestablishing my expectations, and it takes more energy than it typically would if I hadn't been out. And so that combined with needing to plan my food so much more closely I think you're right. I think it just, and then going on social media at night and arguing with people, it's not doing me any good. And so one thing I haven't done is wanted sugar. So that's, I haven't even been tempted. Well, a couple times I thought about it, but nothing serious. Nothing that it could.
Stress on your body is just bad.
Yeah. Well, and I do have high cholesterol, and I do have high blood pressure now, and I do have all these things. So that is why I'm doing this program. So I might as well not do myself harm by stressing out on, people that think that I should be just carrying a gun at my school. Whatever. I should not be stressing out about that. It's out of my control.
Right now, it's out of your. Right now, this is all about Corey.
It is. You're right.
Killing you, and same with the crap. Excuse my language at school. Let it go. When that's your job. Do what Andy B does when she has to go do her volunteer work. She has to not internalize it. You go to school. You do your job. You do the best that you can, and at work. But when you come home, it's about you and your kids and your world. And even right now, it's time for you to be selfish. And your kids aren't coming first right now. You're coming first.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Thank you.
You're still an awesome mom and everything, but right now, to be a better mom, you come first.
Yeah.
You need to make you a priority right now.
Yeah.
And the stress is huge. It's gonna inhibit every part of your success, so let it go.
Okay. You know what? I'm so glad that you just said that to me, and I absolutely am letting it, just so all of you guys know, I'm letting it go right this second. Okay.
And remember, you have to put the.
Go ahead. Sorry, Sandy.
Oh, I was just going to say, you have to put the oxygen mask on you first. Have you ever rode a plane and they tell you that? It's true. Because you can't help all those kids and your own kids and everybody if you're not okay.
And take care of my own body and spirit.
And one more thing I just wanted to say is about how stress affects you. May not affect somebody else differently, but you're dealing with you.
Yeah.
So that's what matters.
And don't belittle the situation you're in, because somebody else might be dealing with something in your eyes is bigger.
Right.
All the pain and everything that you're going through and the struggles you're going through is huge and important, and don't you ever belittle it.
You're right. You're right. And I do have to put my own oxygen mask on first. And it's really cool because I just went to Sprouts Market and bought, I needed to stock up for the next few days and prepare for the next step of our journey, which is kind of gnarly, but, it felt so good to just look at recipes and magazines in there and like start just thinking. I just found out I was supposed to be at a training all day tomorrow. I just found out I don't have to go, so that means that I can like really focus on cooking and prepping, because it's a lot of prep, right? It's like you gotta, if I don't do it, I'm gonna do the wrong thing. So it feels really, really good, and thank you for giving me that permission. Not that I need it, from another human, but I do actually. So
we just need to be reminded of what we already know sometimes. That's
like maybe I was thinking about setting some reminders for the breathing, because I do keep forgetting.
And drink the water. If you're getting any headaches, your body's going high, drink the water. I'm the water police.
I just sent I love that you were sending, in the beginning, that you were sending Sandy little water droplet text that Sandy said that. That's so cute. I love it. I just put a post in Facebook again to remind everything that we need to be doing starting Monday.
Awesome.
You got this though, Corey. But just remember, like, if you want maximum results, the stress is a huge
Thank you.
hindrance.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah. take good care of you.
Okay, I will.
How? Anything else? Did you have any good times this week, or it was just?
Oh yeah, no. I had tons of. I'm sorry. Yes.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's different people go through different stages.
Yeah.
So
No. My sleep has been really great. When I sleep, it's improved. What's really, really rad is not feeling like I have to eat a big snack after my kids are asleep. Like that is a habit that I've always had. And I just haven't needed to even do that at all. I haven't even stressed out about it, or what, it hasn't been like, oh God, don't go to the kitchen, or it's just been really, really mellow. Like my level of feeling like I need to eat from emotional eating is just not, it's totally under control. For the first time, I think, ever in my whole life, really. And it's only been, a week of restricted no sugar. So I'm excited about that. No. There's a lot of good. There's a ton of good. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't mean to sound like there's no good. There's a lot of good.
I was just curious because some people don't. Some people, this is a hard week for them. But I'm glad to hear that it's there's been some downs, but there's been some ups too.
Oh yes.
That's really good.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about next week. I'll be honest. It seems I'm a little stressed out about how to cut off. We're doing 2. I'm sure you all know this already. Big. Okay, so I'm not the only one, right? I'm just a little like, okay. So I just, this I got under my belt, and now we're gonna go 2 more big steps. Big steps.
Big.
You guys, this is all temporary. Big. So right now, this is what you're doing. You're giving your pancreas a much needed break.
Right.
And this is really good to do every once in a while, to cut the sugars out, cut all forms of the sugars out, cut the crap out, give your body a break. And your pancreas, which most people, their pancreas has never had a break since they were little kids,
right.
Breastfeeding. They've had sugar.
Well, if they were raised on formula, they never had a break.
Exactly. So just know that it's just a temporary thing, and you're doing so much good for your body, and we're getting all the crap out of your body so you can start reintroducing it, and you can really be conscious and feel how different foods are affecting you, and exactly how your body is reacting to these foods. But in the meantime, we're coming close, like this week, next week, and the following week, and we're going to start seeing some big changes and some big releases too. Like we still have some sugar in our body, but eating the fruits, right now a lot of people will start really eating their fruit intake in the morning. They'll want it to help get off the other junk sugars, and it helps them. So you might want to mess around with it some mornings. Try just getting, just eat as much fruit as you want. Right now, I know a lot of you are only eating like just a couple of pieces. You say you can't eat more. Now you're not going to have other options, and you might want that sugar. So get it in now, and it will help you get off the junk sugars. And the way that it's going to make you feel, it's going to be so worth it. And then you can come back on it later. You can make your own decisions and choices later. But right now, we're cleansing ourselves. This program is to cleanse yourself and teach you how to make good choices consciously. So just stick with it. Not much longer. It's just part of the process. And I mean, really, for where you're at right now, you guys are off sugar. You're off sugar this week. Mm-hmm. Honestly, was it easier than you kind of thought it would be?
Way.
Weren't you kind of freaking out when you heard about it? And now here you are the end of the week, and you're like, oh, I did it. Really? That bad. And the biggest thing is making soups are really hearty, and it's great season to be having soups. So They make you feel satiated. So soups are a great thing. Make them. Yes, potatoes are out, but sweet potatoes are in. And
That's what I was going to ask you
yummy.
about. Is
Yes.
sweet potato still okay?
Sweet potatoes.
Okay.
Beets. Yeah, all those root
But
vegetables.
regular potatoes are not okay?
No,
Correct.
you can have them through
Okay.
the weekend, but Monday they're out.
I made mashed potatoes last night because I knew they were going to
Uh-huh. No
And butter's
corn.
out.
No corn.
You can still have corn, but you
It's
cannot
not considered a grain, though, isn't it? Isn't it? What's
for right now.
what's corn?
Right now you can actually have corn, but you can, and most corn is GMO, so it's
GMO.
organic or
Mhm.
very much all corn is GMO. No corn tortillas, only fresh corn. No grain of
Oh,
any kind.
No bread at all, right? None.
No bread, no rice,
No.
Quinoa. Can we do quinoa?
no quinoa,
No quinoa.
no kinds of grains, nothing. No sprouted bread, no.
Nothing.
Mm-mm.
well, I guess we
Okay.
better go to Taqueria, ladies, before Monday, so we could have our
Yeah,
last
but how
chili
do you know
Rihanna.
there's not sugar in those beans?
Well,
That's why I haven't gone to Mexican food.
sugar in
Let's
the
go
beans.
this weekend.
Yeah, well,
There
they
might
have
be
whole
sugar in the
beans. They have whole beans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I don't know.
We
So,
can-
I mean, we don't have to have beans.
No, we can ask. They'll tell us. They have to tell us.
Oh, they will. Yeah, we're local. Yeah, Justine, let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Finally.
So, and honey's out. All your sweeteners are out.
He said honey was still in.
Yeah, he said honey was still
Eric
in. I
said
thought.
that. I watched it last night.
Oh, that's right. He did.
Well, wait a minute. Wait.
He
just
did. You're right.
a freaking minute.
It was used to be out, but he did. Yes, you're right. Honey
Is
is
he going to take it out? Well, you can't tell.
It's a secret. Drink your Alka-Jizer.
Drink your
I
Alka-Jizer.
love my
Drink your
Alka-Jizer.
Alka-Jizer.
You know what? I think I'm going
Dolly,
to drink the Alka-Jizer.
It will be
for the rest of my life.
revealed.
I love the Alka-Jizer. Does anyone else just love it? Like, I really, really like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm totally great with mine's different every day. Like
know, it makes
I had like a savory one on accident this morning. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That's great. And start experimenting. See if you like it without the apple. Your taste buds are changing. See if you want to eat it some in the afternoon. It's really, if you're hungry and you just don't feel like it, just drink an Alka-Jizer. It's just
Okay.
so filling. It just is like, it makes it, drink some water first. Always that's your first go-to, but drink an Alka-Jizer or just take, even if you do a little bit to get through.
Whoa.
Energy. But definitely get your food prepped. That's the biggest thing. Prep. I don't know.
There's a horse galloping on someone.
It's
That's what it is.
or it's a Tool song. It's the beginning of a Tool song.
Oh, or that.
Sounds like a calculator.
Oh, or that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Almond butter is, I think it's great. And you guys, have you seen those where you can go into the health food store and grind your own almonds?
Yes.
Watch it come out.
Yes, it's delicious.
It is.
Yum.
It does look. It's like $15 a pound or something.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
But if it's only for you and it's your own thing, it's your prize. You don't have to share
so
it.
one of those little containers ends up being like $7 or something. But
Yeah.
exactly, it's not like you just have it in, your celery, or sometimes I'll just take a spoon of it and it just makes me get through. So right now, just know that you're just on this cleansing thing and it's temporary. You're not asked to live the rest of your life like this, and you're not at all. Just right now, we want to get all the crap out of you and start bringing the good
Literally.
stuff. Yeah. It's good though. I mean, really, when you
It's
look at it,
awesome.
don't
I
you
love
think, oh gosh, I'm so glad that's out of me now, you know?
Oh
Get
yeah.
stuff out. It feels good.
That shit's out of here.
Exactly. Okay, so Corey, do you have anything else you want to share?
No, the only other no thanks. The only I do have a question for all of you though. How has your energy level been this week? I've shared mine, but I want to know, like, is anyone else having a little dragginess at all, or is it just my stress and you're fine?
The only time I felt myself get draggy is if I had if I had a carby meal. Other than that, no.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
same.
Well, that's good
Same.
to know. Okay. I think it's just what you said, Melanie. I think it's stress. I think I'm just moving. I'm spinning too much, and so I'm not like focused and centered and calm. So then I'm like, so I'm having energy like surges and low, I think that's what it is. So, okay. So your energy's been good. What about you, Andy?
I had that one day where I was pretty low energy, but that was it. So I don't know if it was a culmination of what was going on. My eating, the cleansing of everything. So I just really had that one day. So, and I've been on call twice now for 2 different nights, and I've been okay. And I have to gauge, whether I'm tired from that or not. But I truly only had that one day where I was like, wow, I am dragging. And then it kind of went back.
Okay, good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else? Andrea?
What about you, Justine? We haven't heard from you for a long time.
How are you? Are you feeling better, you poor thing?
I'm on the mend. I'm about 75% better. But it was terrible.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
So I feel like going without sugar was really easy because I was in bed for days.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and I had organic tomato soup, which I'm pretty sure probably did have sugar in it, but it was like the only thing in the house, and we had boxes of it. And I just said, screw it. It's like all I could bear to make. But it was bad.
Yeah.
So once because I just went back to work. So once I kind of venture out into the real world big time again, I'm going to have to really, I don't know, be careful.
You're going to have to fight off the sugar monster.
Yeah. They're everywhere.
But he gets so much smaller each day, right? Don't you think,
yes,
everybody?
I've noticed that. Yeah.
I mean, it's hard for Justine because you probably haven't even been able to do your alkalizer or anything.
No, nothing at all. I didn't even eat for like...
Oh.
Yeah. No.
Oh, man, I should have been bringing you an alkalizer, Justine.
I didn't even feel like I literally didn't eat for like 48 hours. My stomach was making crazy noises of hunger I've never heard before.
Oh, my goodness.
I just couldn't even, it was horrible. So.
Justine, was it stomach flu that you had, or was it like the flu, or?
I don't even, I never went to the doctor, so I can't officially say what it was, but it wasn't my stomach. It was just an excruciating headache. And I was absolutely depleted, no energy whatsoever. And I just wake up sweaty, but I don't really feel like I had a fever, and then it just turned into this stuff you hear now, like congestion and weird stuff and sinuses and all that. But it wasn't fun.
No.
I'm sorry. Well, at least you're on the mend, and that's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I'm so happy.
And even Eric said, there's going to be people that fall off for different reasons, whether it's through willpower or if you're sick or, maybe you're on a holiday somewhere and it's, you don't know exactly what you're getting at the restaurant. But that's what's cool about this program is you don't ever have to think, oh, I fell off and now I'm done. You jump right back on. And, this is prepping you right now. It's prepping your body and your mind to get into the full fat burning, which some of you don't need it. Some of you, but regardless if you need it or not, all of us could use it because we're going to get all those toxins and all of those acids out of our fat cells, and then we're going to replenish them with water and good nutrients. So whether you're here for weight loss or not, you're going to get some and it's going to cleanse your body. And
Mhm.
when we get, so right now we're preparing ourselves to go into, WildFit's all about the seasonalities, and I'm sure you guys have picked that up by now. So you live in different seasons. That's what Eric believes and what I believe also. I mean, it all makes so much sense to me. You live in the seasons that produce the foods that we need. So we are getting our nutrients in and out of seasons. So we're going to go into deep spring where all of the vegetables are in abundance. We're out of winter and we're telling our body to release the weight. We don't need to hold it anymore. So that's what we're working toward, and we're right around the corner from it. And all of you are right on track, and it really is a pretty easy process. We're just flowing right into it, and you're right there. And what's amazing is the way that you are going to start feeling, like you are going to be absolutely blown away by how much energy you have and how you just wake up in the morning ready to go and sleep so well at night. And for those of you looking to lose weight, it literally just starts dropping off, and you feel, and even if you're not looking to lose weight, your body like just the composition changes, and you feel stronger. You feel like you everything feels better. You feel like your skin is glowing and your hair, and every part of you is going to feel better. So just that is another huge incentive, because you're feeling it, you're going through it all along, you're seeing these drastic changes and feeling them. It's even more incentive to keep pushing on and eating well and breathing and taking care of yourself and loving yourself. And so this week you're still going to be doing some detox, and I want you guys all to take some time for yourself and go, Corey, go walk on the beach, or
Absolutely.
go for a walk with your son, go for a bike ride, or just go do whatever feels good to you. Take a bath, go, if you like to read, go make some time for yourself to go, read, whatever. This is your time right now, and you come first. Take care of yourself, and that includes making the right choices.
Watch the Dairy Delusion. It's really going to be helpful. It's really sad, but it'll make it a lot easier for you.
Has everyone watched that?
I haven't seen it yet. Is that the video that Eric has on there too? I haven't seen
it's the extra video.
It's a bonus, the bonus feature.
Did he do the, did you guys get access to the no gain from grain as well?
Yeah.
No, we did?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I just saw travel and
underneath underneath the dairy.
Watch both of those. Watch both of them, because it definitely will help you, mentally.
Yeah.
Stay away from these for right now.
Right.
Again, just for this program right now, the detox, it'll help you mentally a little bit.
Right.
The dairy one's very helpful.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. That I'm not as. Yeah, that seems like
it's just important information to know about the dairy industry. The way they make it seem so like it's just not. It's a really bad gig, and it's just important to be reminded to why you see the baby cows when you're driving down the freeway in little boxes and not with their mothers.
Oh.
So
that's the part that got to me. But we'll talk
about that another time. You guys just watch it.
Okay.
Yeah. He doesn't even get into how bad the dairy industry is yet. He doesn't even talk about that. It's everything before that just makes it.
He really encourages people to do their own research too. He wants to get it in your head and really lead you to go do your own research instead of
watch documentaries on it.
Yeah. Which I think
I know it's cow booby juice. I know it's disgusting. I don't like. I didn't mean to cut you off. Whoever I just cut off. I'm sorry. But I have found it. I haven't had a glass of milk in months. But I've had some cheese. That's the thing. It's
Right.
going to be the cheese
Mhm.
that I crave. So
Or
I had
some
some
people
cheese. I had some cheese today because I haven't really been eating cheese, but I had some, and literally within 30 minutes, my stomach was going. I was like, "Oh, geez,
Jesus cheese.
it hurt."
good to know.
All right, so I want to check, make sure everyone has able to check in. Justine, is there anything else you wanted to share or ask or?
No,
Okay, well, we're glad that you're feeling better and
thank you.
good to see you.
Thanks.
Andrea,
If you need an appetizer, you got 2 girls in town that would make them for you.
Oh, I'm up and around now, so I'm good. But thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you can always call
I'm gonna
me.
make mine tomorrow morning.
Okay, and then which day are we going to Taqueria? I guess we should talk about that not in the meeting. Okay. Wish
Andrea,
everybody could go with us. Darn it.
I know.
What did you say, Mel? I'm
how
sorry.
did your week go?
I'm fine. You know, like I said, I wasn't much of a sugar guy anyway, really, like lately or for a while, and so it didn't really make a big difference to me. You know, I did like put stevia or honey in my coffee, so but you know, sometimes I just don't put anything in there. I do put, like, Brian's got the MCT oil, and they make a creamer one that's already like kind of creamy, and I just put a couple of drops of that in there, which is good for you.
What is that?
It's a derivative of from coconut oil. So it's this concentrated sort of dealio. Just
Okay.
look it up. Yeah, and look up MCT oil. Yeah,
Okay.
and it'll tell you what it is. It's
Okay.
I have a question, actually.
yeah.
Are you? Oh, sorry, Andrea. Are you
No,
done?
you're cool. Yeah, I'm fine.
Just that while we're talking about coffee, excuse. Oh my gosh, excuse me.
You're good.
I put the MCT in mine too, but I use like, can we still use a little I use xylitol drops?
He said if you're using that, didn't he say if you were already doing
Yeah.
that and you could do
Yep.
that?
He did, but
Yeah.
it's out as of Monday. It's out, and he did make the exception with honey.
Oh, it's only honey now, Justine. You're
Only
gonna have to
honey,
go.
but it doesn't mean you get to use, like, substitute it for other things. If you put a little bit of
Right.
tea, that's fine, but yeah, it's not. It's if you didn't already use it, don't use it as a substitute.
Right.
You already.
Okay.
And
I
you're not
think-
going to be able to put your butter in there either, Steve.
I know.
So what are you going to do?
I
You're
just realized that. I'm like,
so is your
oh my
MCT? Is your MCT? Yeah, is your MCT a cream one or is it an oily one that you have to blend?
it's like it looks like just like coconut oil.
Okay, so get the cream one and then just make your coffee regular and then put the creamy stuff in there and it'll be good enough that you'll survive.
No.
Yeah. You will.
Simple.
What Eric says
Routine.
is at this time you're gonna find out if you really like coffee or not. So
I already know. Oh, okay.
if you're just covering it with creamer and sugar,
Well,
All
I
right.
used to.
and it's only just for now. It's not forever. It's just for right now. Just to
Right.
get you through.
Just
Oh my God. Well,
This
I
is
just started doing my new coffee routine and I'm totally into it now. And now look.
she was doing the bulletproof coffee and with their blender.
yeah.
Crazy.
Oh,
One of those
delicious.
things makes me insane. I can't. I was
Wait,
losing my
don't they-
mind.
Is that the one they put ghee in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even,
Well, I just use grass-fed butter. Yeah, you just brew your coffee organic and then grass-fed butter, coconut oil, and something if you want it sweet, which is why I do the little xylitol drops.
Uh-huh.
And then I put mine in the blender so it gets, super duper like something
Frothy.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, you can have it till Sunday, but Monday
my
morning, no more xylitol, no more ghee. You can
No-
have your
no
coffee.
dairy.
You can have your black coffee, or with maybe cold
No.
cream in it.
I'd rather just skip the coffee then. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you.
Oh, she's.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question about almond milk. The unsweetened almond milk. That should be okay, right? No?
I mean, you can really check the ingredients. You can have it, but check the ingredients because there's,
Okay.
like guar gum, sometimes thickener thingies, and
Oh.
you got to be really careful what's in them. Most of those have a bunch of chemicals,
Okay. Okay.
and a lot of them are flavored too and have sugar.
Okay.
Can we have human milk? Just kidding.
Ew.
If you
Oh,
want it, if you want it, I guess. Go
What
for
did you
it.
say?
I said, can we have human milk?
Yeah.
Ew.
I was looking for that response. So
There are a couple of ice cream places in Europe that make
Uh-huh.
ice cream out of.
Yep, I saw that.
Sandy, I want to give you time to check in. So, Andrea, did you have anything else you want to share about your week, Andrea? Anything else you wanted to share?
Hello.
All right, we'll go to Sandy. Sandy, you can share.
I don't really have anything. The only thing I felt, which I mentioned on Monday, is not so angst, and that's really it. It's been really easy. And then when I wanted to eat, it was going to be with fruit, and then I didn't do it because it was all emotional. So I ended up hanging out with a friend, and it was Andrea, and it was great because I felt better, and that's what we did. So that's it.
That's awesome.
So you're totally getting through it. You're feeling like you have plenty of food and you're not too full anymore.
I am more satisfied now than I was before, because I'm not really eating a lot of bread. Like there's been a couple of times I'll have like a piece of bread with dinner, but I pretty much cut most of that out, and so because when I do, I feel it so huge. It's like a lump of rocks in my stomach. So I'm just feeling better. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about all of you guys and wondering how you're doing. It's really nice to check in.
Yeah.
It's nice. So I think a big thing is that we want to keep monitoring how we're feeling. Just really pay attention to your mood, how your body. If you used to have aches and pains and they're starting to go away, if you're feeling a headache, really stay in tune with your body and really monitoring every part of this transition, and how I really want you to be aware of how you're feeling or how maybe you've changed in your feeling.
I thought one more thing. I used to wake up with back pain, lower back pain. I think it was my kidneys. Since I've been dehydrated.
Oh, yeah.
No, since I've been hydrated, I wake up feeling good now.
Yay.
Good.
I mean, physically. I mean, there's all that other stuff, but my back's not hurting anymore. So my kidneys are grateful. I think it was my kidneys. I can't imagine it was anything else.
I do know that kidneys can be affected by diabetes too, so that's great if it's feeling better and that's what it is. That's so big.
Yeah, because it used to scare me, and I just didn't have enough water.
Yeah.
And all the other changes can't be hurting,
Right.
That's a perfect reminder for all of you. Sometimes we'll try and talk ourselves into, I'm sipping on water, but not really paying attention to how much we're drinking. And it is so important. I mean, that's a perfect example right there that Sandy gave you. Hydration is huge. Don't belittle it. Don't short yourself on it, because that's all you're doing is shorting yourself. I know it's got to be easier now than when you first started, but just keep doing it. Keep doing it, because you're only going to have benefits from it. So, and I even catch myself a lot where I'm like, oh gosh, I only had like 2 glasses of water today, and it's like the end of the day. What am I doing? So just keep trying to remind yourself. One other thing I wanted to point out is
show off, show off, show off, show off.
Be good at something.
If any of you are still seeing that you're gaining some weight, please don't freak out about it. We are not in the weight loss part yet, and even while we still have fruit, we're still having some sugars, and some of you are going to really release some weight just taking out the junk sugars with the fruit in there. But we're still coming to the plateau, and you guys are going to be at different stages. So when people are gaining weight in this, they often get excited and they're praising, because that means you're getting close to a release. If you're following the program, if you're gaining weight because you're off, eating foods that if you're not following the program, then, and you're gaining weight,
that's a different story.
That's a different story. But if you're following the program and you're gaining some weight right now, you're about at your plateau, and don't worry, it's going to start coming right off. So don't get discouraged by that. And when you're stepping on the scale every day, freaking out, thinking, oh no, I gained 5 pounds or something, that's more stress that you're putting on yourself. Just trust the system. Get off the freaking scale and just trust and know that it's going to happen. And quit stressing about it, because the more stress you put on the body, the less results you're going to have. So let it go. Let it go.
That's good.
Oh, I wanted to mention one thing about spinning. When I'm spinning, I do the breathing and it stops the spinning.
Okay.
Like vertigo kind of spinning?
No. Spinning on a thought that's stressful.
Oh.
Spinning on it. Yeah.
What?
Spinning. Exactly what I meant,
Okay.
right, Sandy? Like,
Yes. Yeah. That's
I'm
great.
a spin, I don't spin round and round. I spin round and round in my head.
Me too. Yeah.
I mean, I've had vertigo before where I felt like, whoa. Sorry.
Well, you know what? If I've been dizzy. You know what I just realized during this meeting? I might as well just tell you guys that I had to go on blood pressure medication several weeks ago, and I had to, because my blood pressure has been like 170 over 110 like consistently, and my mom, considering that she had a stroke so young, I'm just not gonna go there. I'm not gonna take that chance right now. So I went ahead and went on the meds, and it says right on the bottle, I was just looking at it, it can cause dizziness. That is probably why I'm dizzy, because I just started this medication. Hopefully I can go off of the medication when I lose weight, but for now I'm on it, and I just have to stay on it.
Are you checking your blood pressure when you're on it?
I've just gone in and checked it like at Walmart a couple times.
It's worth buying one of the things so you can check it, because when you're spinning, you should check it.
Oh,
I mean, it's on thoughts when you feel dizzy, like vertigo-ish.
To make sure it's not my blood pressure that's making me feel that way.
What's happening is I used to be on medication, and the medication will drop your blood pressure, and sometimes it'll drop it too low too fast, and that's where you're going to get your dizziness.
Right.
Okay.
That's why I'm suggesting that you check
Thanks, ladies. Yep. It's the medication that's making me dizzy. I just figured that out this hour.
Well, sometimes also
or a combination.
Yeah.
Well, after I had my heart attack, they put me on, like, my blood pressure was so low, and I would sitting up too quick or getting up too quick. Also, you felt like you were going to pass out. So just get up slowly and take. But Hopefully you'll get that under control also.
Yeah.
But track when you're getting those dizzy spells, because if it's soon after your medication, it could be that your medication's too strong and dropping it too fast versus gradual. And just, like journal it, keep track of it so that you can go back to your doctor and say, hey, this is either too much or too little, or just, see how it's interacting.
I wonder if, I think it probably would be a good idea to go back to your doctor, and I wonder if now that you're having the diet changes, that it's naturally lowering, plus the medication is helping it.
But if you're tracking it, they'll listen to you.
Yeah, maybe a week of taking note of it, and then take it back to your doctor.
I have an appointment on March 3rd to follow
perfect.
Good.
everything. So I'm going to get blood work done tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to go in on the 3rd for my appointment. And she knew I was starting this, so she, so that's, But thanks, ladies.
Yeah.
All right.
Good. I'm glad you feel safe sharing that with us, and these beautiful giving women are going to take care of you.
You're also
stay off Facebook and do your breathing and drink your water.
Just to check you guys,
and that might make it go down a little bit too.
Yeah, absolutely. You think?
Or skip through. Like I've reconnected in Facebook, and honestly, I have to say that I've really enjoyed reconnecting with some old friends that I really love and miss.
Sometimes you got to take a break,
Exactly, but you know what I do now? I don't comment on any political stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's where I went wrong.
I'll go through and
that's what they want you to do.
Yeah,
that's what I never ever do.
You just want to start arguments, and you're not. Everybody's gonna fight, and right now, for me, there's so many times I wanted to just say, but I just caught myself. I'm like, I'm not going there. But now I don't even read them anymore. I skip through, and I don't even want to. I don't even want to see them anymore. And I'll go to the funny ones, like Jason Norix posting pillow fight. What's the first rule? And some really funny conversations come from that. And I've been getting a lot of laughter out of it and inspirational things. But the negative stuff, I just pass right through.
I unfollow everyone who freaks me out.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can still be friends with them. You just won't see them pop into your things. You can always
they don't know.
on them, but day by day, you don't need to see the rants and the ravings. And
no, I don't, and I certainly don't need to participate in the rants.
No. If there's an emergency, they'll call you.
I get it.
And usually it's the same people that are being the jerks and trying to cause an argument in the first place. Just
What's up? No. What did you say, Justine?
Oh no, my just Facebook rule, it's always been is I will not comment back as much as I want to sometimes, but I get such great satisfaction just from scrolling by and reading stuff that makes me angry, but I know they want me and others to say something.
Yeah.
So I don't. I never have, and I just am like, oh, whatever. I just go on Facebook for, entertainment, to say hi, whatever.
Yeah, I unfollow passive aggressive people who are trying to.
But I love not responding. It's awesome.
Yeah, I just don't follow them, and I'm not responding, and they're not upsetting me.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Well, and I always feel like my position is what it is. Period.
Exactly.
I don't even need to say anything. I'm not going to argue my position because period.
Right.
Yeah. And if it's too hard for you to even look at them right now, Corey, just go.
It kind of is. Yeah.
And go to the funny ones or the inspirational ones. Don't read them.
Okay.
And don't watch the negative news.
No,
take a break from it for a little while right now. And
totally.
also, little things if you're in traffic and you're frustrated because it's not going, or somebody just took your parking space, or things that you have no control over, try right now, just let them go. Just try your hardest. It's not going to do any good. Just right now, just calm, peaceful. Fill yourself with love, and don't be, if you have friends in your life that are needy or dragging, really negative, maybe right now just take a little break from them, because right now is all about you.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Don't take other
Thank you.
people's crap in. Let it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is for
No
you.
one else's crap, just my own.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thanks.
Not all the crap you can take, right?
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, that's some crap, right, ladies? Like, gosh, that's pretty intense. Yeah, it's awesome.
So, I know you guys are a little bit nervous about this week, and it's really gonna be okay. And
Okay.
you know, it's a short little time of your life. You can do this. You can do it.
Yeah,
And
you're right. You're right.
And it is truly set up for each stage to be easy. Or not. I mean, it's not like a piece of cake, but it is pretty darn
manageable for sure.
It's definitely not pieces of cake.
Yeah, that's my word exactly.
It's gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all of the incentives that you have, starting to feel better, and you know, just the way that you're feeling is going to keep improving, and that's going to be the biggest incentive for you. And it's
absolutely
going to feel good, and that it's temporary. You can go. And as far as alcohol right now, so yes, it does. Some alcohol has wheat. It converts to sugar. Right now, alcohol is okay. We are allowing you to have it. If you decide that you want to have it and you haven't taken it out yourself already, be mindful. It's the same as the food that you're eating. I want you to really take your time and be mindful. If you're having a glass of wine, why are you having it? What led you to it? You know, even though you know what you know and know it's already taken out, why are you still having it right now? Just be mindful, but absolutely it's still in. It is not technically it probably should be, but we're still allowing it.
Well, thank God. No, I'm just kidding. I gotta go, guys. I gotta get to the bar. Just kidding. I'm staying home. I promise.
Okay.
And I don't think Paula's here. I don't see her up there. So
no,
I don't
that was my question. Where's Paula?
She had a friend that she had to take to the hospital, and I didn't ask her what the problem was, but she was going to try and make it. All of you got a chance.
Right? What happened to my phone?
I don't know.
So if you're struggling, Corey, I love that you reached out when you were really struggling.
Oh, on Monday.
And, yeah, I love that. And if you guys are, you know, I know we're meeting on Monday and Friday now, so reach out if you're having a hard time, or you just want to talk, or you just want to if you just want to vent, or if you want to share a success or something that you're proud of, share it.
Sounds great.
Okay. Or if you made something yummy, share it.
Share it.
Yes.
Share it.
I have a cheat on tomato sauce. I'll put on Facebook.
Please
yeah, that's
do.
a good one.
Yeah, because when I grow tomatoes, I make it for the whole year, and I'm not dipping those in ice to get the peel off. So I'll tell you, I have 2 ways of doing it, and it's really fast. Not the cooking time, just the dealing with the peels. So
okay.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, does anybody so I posted on Facebook all the, you know, exactly what we're removing, and reminding you about the water and the breathing and conscious. We're still in that. So pay attention to what you're feeling, and you know, if you're kind of wake up in the morning and you're like, ugh, I just wanted to have a piece of bread or whatever. Just be aware of it.
Hey, Mel, what about hominy? Is that going to be in the corn department?
Well, is it dehydrated, or is it? How is that? It's not
it's just if I went. Well, I was just saying that if I went to have a pozole, that's the only thing in the pozole is the hominy that I was questionable.
It's not processed. If it's ground up and made into, like a tortilla, then you
Right.
can't.
No, it's just pieces
I
of
think
hominy.
that
It was
it's
probably out of a
giant,
can.
the big
You
giant
know.
corn. So I would say for now, since corn is allowed, that yes, for now it is allowed.
It's not like I'm going to have it all the time. It's just, you know,
Right, if you want to go have a hominy.
if I want to go have a pozole. Yeah.
Pozole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just don't have your tortilla with it.
No, I never do. That's too many things. I just put tons of cabbage and salsa and and
That sounds that's
it's
beautiful. That sounds
freaking
really good.
delicioso.
Do you have a recipe for it?
I don't because there's recipes
Exactly.
online. I just wing it every time. It's never the same, so I'm not going to try to just write it down.
Yeah,
If I master it, maybe, but I might not know you guys by the time I master it.
Yeah, Mexican food lovers, hominy. Do all of you know hominy?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You don't.
No.
Rich doesn't like it either.
I don't like it either. I don't like pozole at all.
That's what I meant, pozole. So Rich doesn't like hominy, so he doesn't like pozole.
Well, if you make it your own, you can just put corn in it or not put hominy.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to put it in there. It's
I
not
like
required by law.
I eat around the hominy in my pozole because I love the flavor of it. I don't know, it's the texture or something about it.
So you could make burgers. You could
Wait a minute. I don't know where you're getting your pozole because it should just be like chicken broth.
It is, but the spice of it, like the flavoring of it.
Oh, the flavoring. Well, that's
like
why you have to dress it up yourself. It's a basic thing.
Right.
When they bring it to you, it stinks. Then you put all your onions and your radishes and you squeeze lime and then you dump a whole bunch of salsa in it and then you make it to your liking.
Yes.
And then it's completely different.
Like a chili oil or something.
Yeah, it's not really much. It's just a chili oil, a chunk of chicken, and some hominy. There's not much to it.
Really, Andy, you could Google the recipe and make it without hominy and still put in all those fresh, yummy veggies and still get the same effect, and you don't have to pick the hominy out.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm the only one that eats it, so it's just easier if I just get it at the local taco shop. So
Yeah.
But if you're gonna, you might want to put it in the freezer, make a batch, put it in the freezer so you can have it on hand since you're cooking separate for yourself too.
Yeah. And that's a good go-to because I always like those freezer things that I can thaw out in small portions, eat my own. So flavorful. That's what I like about it. There's so much flavor that when you're done, you feel like you eat.
And if you're making a whole pressure cooker full of something like that, then it's perfect to freeze it, and you can have. Because you have so much, you're not going to eat it all yourself. And
I think it's actually quite a quick soup. I don't think it requires all this stuff. I think that you can go Trader Joe's, get those chicken broths, the free-range chicken broths, organic. You can saute some onions and some cumin, some whatever, and pour the chicken broth on, cook up the chicken in it, and then add all your business. It's really, I don't see that it doesn't have, it's kind of a make it up as you go kind of soup. And you could just do that in probably like 15, 20 minutes.
If you just learned what that oil, what that pepper oil is that they use, that's probably the main ingredient. And you drop that in but you probably don't even have to use that. You could use I
get some ranchero sauce, some spicy, oily, like ranchero sauce that's in a can, or just, you can really put whatever you want.
Yeah, and see, I'm afraid that those are going to have sugar in them. That's what I was
thinking.
So Tabasco has only red peppers, vinegar,
Tabasco
and
sucks.
salt. Well, I like it sometimes just to spice, like it doesn't have anything in it.
It just makes everything taste like Tabasco to me.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Everything's Tabasco then, once you put that on there.
It's just vinegar and peppers.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's vinegar, peppers, and salt.
Melanie loves vinegar. She'll just drink that right down.
Too.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Hey, we can have apple cider vinegar, right? Still, that doesn't have.
Well, it does. Well, the way we do allow it, it is kind of a sugar, but we do allow it. Like if you, I use it all the time. I'm an apple cider vinegar user.
Mhm.
I make dressings with it, and I'm a vinegar freak.
Melanie, will you put that? I need a dressing from you.
Okay.
Anyway, but
I got a
I'll
really
sorry, I
good
didn't mean to interrupt.
fennel one from Rhonda too. There's a few dressings on that. You guys look at the recipe on the menu link when you sign in.
On the Facebook page or on
When you sign in, when you sign on to WildFit, on the menu prompt, if you click on that, there's a recipes on there.
Oh, that is
Okay.
gonna help me so
Oh, I have a question.
much.
On the Wild Fit food list, because I printed that out. There's no tomatoes in there on the vegetables or fruit. Is that a mistake?
Is that because of the lectins?
Well, so tomatoes we pretty much consider vegetables. When we get into deep spring, when we're like in the fat burning process, some people are going to release easier than others, and you might have to take out some things, like you might have to play with some things like, you know, even for some people, lemon will keep them from flipping the switch into fat burning. So that's why we really want to pay attention to.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And
it
some
just depends, I guess, on the
super
person.
sensitive and can't to vinegar. So if you're not flipping the switch, we'll take a really close look at your diet and see what might be inhibiting it. And sometimes it could be as simple as just taking the lemon out. For me,
well, what about the tomato though? Is that why? Because it's questionable.
The tomato, cucumbers, we'll allow them. But if for some reason later, when we're in deep spring and we're not flipping the switch into fat burning, then we'll start taking them out.
But it's not on the fruit. It's not on the fruit section either.
I don't know why it's not on the vegetable section. It's kind of a neutral.
There's a picture of one.
I know. I was looking at their pyramid and I'm like, why?
What's going on?
The tomato and the. I know. I told them actually because things have like suddenly just gone crazy for WildFit, and Eric didn't even plan on it. He's got so many other things in his life right now, but it just kind of started taking off into this world of its own, and it was he planned on launching it later, and now it's just gone crazy all across the world, honestly, and it's kind of quicker than he anticipated, and everybody's just kind of scrambling trying to get everything. So they're appreciating input with things like that. But I did tell him, I'm like, why is there a cucumber and a tomato on the vegetable picture? So I'll let them know that it is not on the food list. But for right now, we are considering it a vegetable, and it is kind of acidic, but it probably.
Oh, one more thing I wanted to say. If you're looking at a can of tomatoes and you see that sugar is not in the ingredients, okay, and it's absolutely no, there's no sugar hidden name, like rice flour syrup or whatever. It's still going to have sugar grams because tomatoes have sugar.
Yeah.
Right.
So look on the ingredients, not the grams of whatever.
But that's okay, right? As long as it's not a junk sugar. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as the actual ingredients don't have sugar or any of the sugars.
Any of the sugars on it. Okay.
So we're we are considering it a vegetable. Is that what we're doing?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, because then we can have it later. Okay, gotcha.
Good, because that's my favorite vegetable on earth.
I know Sandy's a tomato person.
And the same with like coconut. Like you'll always be able to have coconut water. You'll always be able to have, small amounts of coconut as long as it's not sweetened. You'll always be able to have coconut milk unless you're not flipping the switch. Then we'll be like, okay, we'll just start taking things out. But for most people, you will have no problem. You'll always be able to have it in your diet.
Coconut
How
milk
often
as in
does it-
coconut. Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Coconut milk as in coconut milk in a can that you would use to make
Yeah.
a curry, or coconut milk as in coconut milk that you drink.
Well, coconut water is the kind that they usually sell that you drink.
Right.
That is absolutely fine as long as it doesn't have any sweeteners or anything in it. And same with coconut milk. You can have curries. You can make with coconut milk always. The only time that you might want to take it out is if you're not flipping the switch and you want to go into the deep fat burning, and it's not happening. Then we're going to start taking out those sweeter things that aren't really sweet, but like we'll try coconut milk. Are you having cucumbers? Are you having lemon? Things like that. But for most people,
how often does that happen?
Hmm?
How often does that happen? Where somebody needs to have other things eliminated because they're not flipping the switch. Is that common?
Just in this program, because we're cleansing you in this night.
No, I know. I'm asking if it's uncommon or common that it happens.
It's more common that people are able to flip the switch. It's less common that we're having to take out
those little issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just curious.
I generally, you don't need to take them out. You're fine going in. It's just if you're having a problem flipping the switch, we'll start pulling them out. But it's much more common that most people can just leave them in their diet.
Okay.
But for as long as you are in whatever part of the deepest part of fat burning, you'll always be able to have them unless
we're trying to flip the switch. I know nothing about switch flipping, but I look forward to it.
Yeah. The fat burning switch. It's just kind of another of his little things,
In a couple weeks.
But this is something you guys are going to learn also. So that's what's so great about this program is you're learning how to make your own choices. And like for me, if I gain some weight, like I have my set weight, and if I go over it now, I'll just go into deep spring and I can just lose the weight pretty quickly and easily because I don't want to go back.
Well, we'll learn what deep spring is, I guess, pretty soon, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you guys are going to learn this technique that you'll use the rest of your life. And if you feel like you started to put on a little weight, you just go and pretty easily take it right back off and stay in your comfortable area, where you feel comfortable always. We're over half an hour. Sorry, guys. Is there anything else anybody wants to say or add, or reach out on Facebook if you have anything to share at all?
Okay.
All right.
Love you guys.
Great.
Love you guys. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
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 Night. Yay for you all. You're awesome.
Thanks, Melanie.
Whoop, whoop.
You too, Melanie.
Thanks, Yanni.
Mhm.
You just
Bye,
look
Mel.
so big. Every time I look at you, I smile. It's like, look at that woman glowing over there.
You're
You all look
Mhm.
great.
sweet.
Sorry?
I said you're too sweet.
It's true, isn't it, Andrew? You look
It's
great.
totally true. Yep. I
Yeah.
smile whenever I see her.
I know.
Bye, you guys.
All
Bye,
right,
guys.
I'll see you guys Friday.
Night. Monday. Right?
Oh,
Monday?
yeah, Monday. Today's Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get with the program, girl. Love
Love
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye, Andy.